I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average Black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially Black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you. It doesn't matter if they're young, it doesn't matter if they're older. They are willing to take care of you, willing to work with you, willing to be a part of your life. You don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your hometown because unfortunately, a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in, and they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Welcome to the Femininity.
Hello and welcome back to the Femininity Tea, where we steep in all things feminine. Today I wanted to do a brief video on the German woman who decided to put Black women's names in her mouth. I was disappointed that some content creators invited her to the cookout, saying some of the things she had to say about Black women were true. I wasn't very happy about that, which is why I decided to make this response. I'll keep it very brief. I'm getting my husband a bowl of fruits. Firstly, to act like our ancestors didn't teach civilization and femininity to the world would be a lie. We know who our ancestors are and what they did, and we know who your ancestors were and what they did. So don't try us with the fake feminine persona. Feminine women are gracious enough not to disrespect an entire race of women. How embarrassing for your husband. Black women are the embodiment of femininity and have taught your people the little they know of it. Also, congratulations to you and your man, but sorry if no one was competing for him or, in your words, treating him like a human being. I'm not sure why, with all your femininity, you weren't snatched up in the first place. But trust and believe if a Black woman found your man worthy of her competition, you would have lost. So before you try to insert yourself into our business, don't.
Welcome to the Femininity. Welcome to the place where we sip and share, where we steep in all things feminine. Whoa. Spilling the tea with grace and traditional insights, embracing femininity one video at a time. Embracing femininity one video at a time. Keep sipping on this femininity. Stay sweet, like, share, comment, and subscribe.